There is a kind of pain that only comes from waiting. Not physical pain, the deeper kind. The kind that makes a man question himself, question God, question whether anything is actually happening at all. Because silence can feel like abandonment when you do not understand what God is doing. But patience was never supposed to feel comfortable. Modern men hate patience, because patience forces you to confront who you are without distractions. No applause, no results, no immediate reward. Just you, your habits, your discipline, your thoughts, your faith. And most men break there, not because they are incapable, because they are undisciplined in silence. So they escape. They chase dopamine, attention, lust, comfort, constant stimulation, anything to avoid the pressure of waiting. But the man who cannot wait cannot lead, because leadership requires restraint. A weak man reacts. A disciplined man remains steady. That is why Scripture says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Galatians 6:9. Notice the wording, if, not when. If. Meaning many people quit before the harvest arrives. Not because God failed, because they left too early. You wanted transformation, but transformation is slow. You wanted wisdom, but wisdom is earned through endurance. You wanted purpose, but purpose requires preparation, and preparation rarely feels exciting. Most of life is repetition, quiet obedience, small disciplines, invisible progress. The gym, the prayer room, the early mornings, the conversations nobody sees, the decision to stay consistent when emotion disappears. That is patience, not standing still, steady movement without immediate reward. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." That is patience, holding your standard even when life becomes frustrating, even when results are delayed, even when you feel unseen. And this is where most men fail, because they believe delay means denial. It does not. Sometimes God slows a man down because his character cannot yet sustain the blessing he keeps asking for. You pray for responsibility while avoiding discipline. You pray for influence while avoiding accountability. You pray for strength while escaping hardship. But strength is built under tension, not comfort. James 1 says, "The testing of your faith produces perseverance." Produces, meaning patience is developed, forged, trained. And the frightening truth is this: impatience has ruined more men than failure ever did. Because impatience creates compromise. Compromise creates weakness. Weakness creates regret. A man becomes dangerous when he learns how to remain steady, not emotional, not frantic, not desperate. Steady. Because patience creates clarity. You stop chasing every opportunity, every distraction, every emotion. You become anchored, and slowly, your life begins to strengthen. Not loudly, quietly, like foundations being poured underground. Nobody applauds foundations, but everything depends on them. That is the weight room, the place where God builds foundations before responsibility, where He teaches restraint before influence, character before opportunity. And the men who survive the weight room understand something most people never will. God works heavily in silence. A seed underground looks dead before it becomes a tree. And many men walk away during the underground season, too impatient to realize something was already growing. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." patience is bravery, because it takes courage to remain disciplined without visible results, to trust God without immediate confirmation, to continue moving without applause. But that is the cost of becoming dangerous. Not emotional intensity, not motivation, discipline, consistency, faithfulness. And maybe that is where you are right now, tired, waiting, questioning whether anything is changing. Listen carefully. Do not confuse silence with absence. God has not abandoned you. He is building you. The process feels slow because foundations take time. So stay disciplined. Pray anyway. Train anyway. Lead anyway. Remain faithful anyway. Because patience is not passive. It is controlled endurance. And one day you will realize the waiting season was not wasting your life. It was preparing it.